Hello everyone, it's getting a couple things going here. Hello everyone, starting out with the OI tonight. Let's get things going here. Which, I'll say, this is a lower one since quite a few people in chat already. If you want a platoon, we have one open spot here. Myself and Perfect Port here, Gunplay. We're starting out with the OI and the heavy tank number 6. Yeah, nice to see a lot of you. Yeah, hopefully, you know, things go well and get some good RNG tonight. I played a couple matches earlier, and I have 2 matches so far in the 113 heavy tank. I think it's the 113. Yeah, it's been fun so far. Essentially, it's like a big, heavy, quick. It's actually really quick for a heavy tank, but it's like a medium tank almost. Just, pretty large. Man, nice to see a lot of you. I think I'm gonna head this way. Yeah, because the amount of the freaking TDs. This is gonna be semi-interesting. Hopefully they do not push the 1-2 line. Which I've noticed, it's kind of weird over the past couple days, my FPS, even when I'm not streaming, it's kind of went down in World of Tanks ever since they did a small little micro patch. It's just strange. I have no idea. It's not even like they changed much. It was just a little small update. Hello, J Dragon, Cookie. But yeah, if you guys have any requests, I'll gladly take them tonight. Not really playing anything, too specific. There we go. Nice shot, Gunplay. This thing is probably the worst sniping tank at tier 6. I would rather have a KV2. It's just, I don't even know if going to the hill's worth it, because there might not be really much up there with all these TDs. But yeah, the Mutts looks pretty cool. Before the stream here, it looks like Graham just picked it up with it's Graham's birthday. Happy birthday, Graham. If you have the rental for the Mutts and you don't actually own the tank, you're still able to buy the 50% off. You have to be logged into the premium shop. You can still buy it, at least on the North American server. It might be on other servers too, but you'll be able to pick up the Shadow Mutts, the one painted black, for $21. Sorry that I told you $20, Graham. But you don't even need to own the Mutts to qualify it. You just need the rental slot, even if it has expired, which pretty much they've all expired. Hello, Captain. Nice to see you. Alright, aim in. Nobody hit him, please. He moved. I'll still chuck a shell that way, but I might be making a detour here. We'll see. It's just... it's just... I don't know if I want to climb the hill. Okay, I guess got shot by a Hellcat, so I guess I should. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Yep, and this is what I was worried about. I was trying to cut the little corner there, and yeah. This thing does not have very good V range. Just ever since this has been nerfed, it's still fairly good when you're on a map where it's like a brawl in a city. But this map, you're at a huge disadvantage unless you just sit in the back, which even then you don't have any accuracy. You have a big disadvantage, pushing around now, because you can't shoot back and you're spotted by literally everything. There There we go. At least I killed something. I'll take that. Hello, Tim. Yeah, I can play. I can play both of them, the E4 and E5. Yeah, I kind of want to do some high tiers. I haven't played many high tiers, so that works out, you know, pretty. Nah, I didn't get my little kill shot there. I got to do something. I lost all my HP. I can't really, you know, push out and tank shots now. It does have the camo. Like I said, all my tanks have camouflage. It's, you know, it's a little pet peeve of mine. Yeah, I can add the Cromwell on. I can get to that. I got the Cromwell B, not the actual Cromwell, but, you know, pretty much the same tank. Just hesitant to push too far. I got these bushes helping me out now, but kind of waiting to see what this Rudy spots here. I assume these TDs are still hanging out around here. I don't think they would have ran across to the 1-2 line. Maybe they did. Little strange. Would have thought they'd be, you know, spotted. Now I'm gonna move up, and I'm probably gonna get, you know, I'm gonna light up like a beacon. Just trying to stay in a spot where I have a chance to be able to get a shot off. Oh, Lord. Does look like they all moved over there. So, here we go. Don't want to destroy myself. I do have a E75. Yeah, I can do the ELC as well. Yes, I kind of plan on it, Uber. That tank, it doesn't look like the best tank in the world, but for premium it seems pretty fun. You know, it's kind of like a mini RHM Scorpion in a way. But it's, you know, a new TD, or new premium, I should say. You know, as long as if it's not like overly expensive in a bundle, I plan on getting it. Just mainly just trying to save. Like I'm able to buy like 1 or 2 things this month in tanks, but I'm just trying to save for something that's worth it. It's like tomorrow's the AMX 1357 Grand Final light tank coming up. I don't have that. I'm gonna wait and see what the price is on that. If it's, you know, under 20 bucks, maybe, because it is a, you know, low tier tank. Lord. I just need someone to spot. Stug B is like, I'm guessing he's definitely spotting, but I have no idea how that makes any sense. Yep, he got me. I was about to say, we're basically, you know, our arty is all the way back. We're in 2 heavy tanks and not much HP. This is actually, you know, we wouldn't be able to push into them. My only chance was, you know, to hide back further, but oh well. The OI has so many things slated against it that, you know, playing on an open map like that, it's pretty hard to play. Alright, so why don't I start out with the E4. Yeah, it is pretty slow, that new German Tier 7 premium TD, unless they buff it, but it's not going to get buffed, you know, at least for this patch coming up. The 9.17 update, Captain. Like, I plan on getting both Swedish tank lines. Like, the TDs look, you know, pretty interesting because they're a new, you know, game mechanic, and the heavy tanks look, you know, excellent, being hold down you know, autoloaders from tier 8 to 10. Basically, you know, I think it's a good update as far as, you know, introducing new tanks, but it's a little bit disheartening not seeing the overmatch changes in there, to be honest. It's like when they removed them, like they did need a little bit of tweaking, but I still thought they had time to tweak it, uh, you know, to make ricocheting off of 1 to 10 millimeters less of a chance. Um, but outside of, you know, 9.17, it's just going to be Swedish tanks, some premium buffs, which will be nice. You know, that'll help out those people who have those premium tanks, the low specifically. I'm looking forward to the WZ-111 getting its buff. That was a long time ago. Which, holy shit, my ping is all the way at 800. This is not good at all. Sorry guys. It's definitely gonna fix here. It should fix here in a minute, I hope. Let's hope it doesn't continue on here, because I can't play at 600 milliseconds ping. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm getting... It is dropping frames here. Sorry, guys. Ooh, I still did some damage, though. This is just... this is pretty bad. Yeah, if this doesn't fix, I don't know what to honestly do. But this isn't even, you know, it's not even letting me stream here. It's dropping all the frames. Alright, here's the hoping it's gonna pass here. It's nothing to do with my PC. Whoa there. I think somebody else is downloading something right now. Alright, I'll be back in 1 second actually. Excuse me here for a second. There we go. Oh god, that guy just nudged me. Let's get the hat back on. Hello, Toma. Nice to see you. Yeah, I'm still getting some bad lag here, but it should improve, I hope. If not, I'm gonna... I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep streaming. So the next request though was the T110E5. Ryan's she's doing a paper right now, so she's downloading a video. So yeah, I don't know if this is gonna fix or not, honestly. Levi is he's locked out of the room right now, and Yeah, he's not too happy. I hope I can get to these requests. It's just if this lag doesn't, it doesn't cut up, I don't know what to do because I can't. The, yeah, if it gets basically, it's basically dropping too many frames right now. But it's just, yeah, my internet connection, isn't the best. But yeah, I'm in a tough situation right now, to say the least. But I'll play with 400 milliseconds ping, I guess. Lord. All right. But we'll see if this calms down here as far as the ping. If it doesn't, then um, yeah, I might have to stream a little bit later on. If not, yeah, I'll keep taking requests there. I'm not too inclined to fight in the south, but nobody looks like they're heading down this way. No, I don't. Hey, I don't mind, that I died or whatever. It's just my ping isn't this bad. Essentially, my internet's not good enough for two PCs to be streaming and downloading at one time, and that's kind of what the case is right now. Very interesting. I'm gonna try to get down here before they pop out, because yeah, I don't have any help, so I'm just gonna try to stall them. Yeah, I know. She's not too happy with me right now. I'm looking actually to get, better internet package. It's just, it's a lot more money. Alright, doesn't... there's still an E100 and an E4. That's why I haven't pushed yet. I don't want to get too far out of position here. I'm just waiting to see. It's like there is that T95, T54E1 kind of in the center road, which T95's pulling up. It's just... I don't want to sit here and basically throw the match if my team isn't doing well. And if there's nobody here. Ah, Lord. Yep, and there's two of them. Yeah, that was a heat shell. Just based off of that sound there. It's like I'm going to use heat because it's 1 versus 2 here with a T95 behind me, but yeah. Oh, I don't know what they're all doing up there in the north. Like, gunplay up there in the mediums, yeah, but that's fine. But the rest of them? Oh, Lord. Oh, he was shooting. I don't know what that was, that oh-ho. Barely missed that. Scorpion, save me. Wish I had an AP round there. I would have been able to pen him. But I chose Z-Heat. Back to AP. At least we're just starting to do better now. Oh, stop derping me, oh-ho. C100 obviously doesn't have a repair kit. I don't know why he wouldn't have a repair kit. I didn't damage anything with my first shot. I'm hoping I get a decent roll here. Here we go. I can focus on the E4 here, because, yeah, the OHO is gonna... He's gonna be damaging me regardless. Yep. I took a crap ton of damage there pulling back, but it was either E4 shoots and kills me, because he was gonna pop out, or the OHO. So at least we're gonna get a win here. So... Alright, the next request here was the Cromwell. Yeah, sure, Tunster, that works out. Alright, so next up was the Cromwell request. Here it is. Now it feels like my hat's gonna fall off here. It usually takes me a couple minutes to get it on. Hello, Abdul. Nice to see you. But yeah, at least it turned out to be a win there, or going to be, since it wasn't over. But yeah, I don't know why a lot of the people up there didn't seem to want to push, but it worked out in the end. Alright, so I kind of missed a couple questions here since, I was lagging like that was the worst I've ever had. Scud, I plan on essentially the Swedish tanks. I plan on skipping up to hopefully at least tier 7, tier 8 or so. So it's just the low tiers. I'm not too interested in really anything below tier 7. Well, you missed a bunch of lag, Abdul, so you didn't miss much. I wouldn't say they're flat out better than other. They're just, they're extremely good. It's gonna be a little bit of a risk. Don't hide behind a rock. Of course, critical hit. Okay. Here we go. Like, I definitely am not 100% hidden here. That's why I'm kind of rocking back and forth, even though I don't really have many people aiming at me. And now that they're going to be heading a couple people at least into the center, I'm gonna pull back a little bit further. Ah shit, there is a M6 behind us. Whew, that could have been bad. An SPG shot. What the hell, our Churchill 1 is running away. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, there's no doubt that he is literally running away. Shit. It's just... Oh, Lord, that's not good for me. Gunplay got it. It's just like, what does that Churchill think he's doing? Like, running away does not help anybody. Yeah, I've got already focusing on me now. It's just like, come on, people, like, help. Thank you, Artie. I knew poking over much more was going to get me shot. Let's try this out. Oh, I don't want to fight that AT2, which is why I ran down here. Awesome. Oh, that worked out great. Even I didn't want to fight the AT2 head on, so hey, nice shot by Artie. That kind of saved me a little bit. I wasn't looking forward to part 2 of that plan. There's a T-40. Yeah, I see a T-40. Kind of hoping he had a derp gun. He might have. Never mind. Thank you for coming to where I can shoot you again, Cromwell. So I was contemplating hopping down there. Shit. I hate shooting tanks that are moving around in the Cromwell. Oh, Lord. Let's see if I could have made it down. I don't... I actually made it down without damage. I was very hesitant about that. Yeah, I can play the T-34, Martin. Decent little match here. As far as experience go, pretty good for all of us. Even though Tunster, he spotted a lot of damage. So, all in all, pretty decent match there. Yeah, I'll let you know, Graham, if there's a opening. All right. After the Cromwell, I'm trying to, kind of catch up here, since that lag really threw me off. The ELC was the next request up there. Yeah, the ELC, and then the E75. Let's see. T110, E3, and E4. T34. There we go. But yeah, Uber, that's a good question for Abdul. I saw that, there was an earthquake. Like, luckily, where I live, I wouldn't like earthquakes at all. We get these, it happens, it must be like once a month now. It feels like an earthquake, like a little mini one, but they're testing the F-35s, I believe, and like the test track or whatever they call it up the East Coast comes close enough to the Jersey Shore where we get sonic booms and it shakes everything kind of like an earthquake. But every single time people freak out, and I don't know, it's kind of funny, but at the same time it's kind of annoying. So this isn't exactly the best map in the world to spot on, to say the least. I'm gonna try my best. I'm just gonna try to see if I can spot, this quick little opening here in the beginning. And then, whoop, get out of there. Oh, this thing is so impractical to drive and shoot. Honestly, I kind of forgot for a second which corner he was going to pop out from. Ah, shit, there's a Nashorn. Watch out for the Nashorn there. I'm going to try to cover this corner in case of Stug. Oh, hopefully, everything's okay. Grant, I would assume so if you're on the, you know, you're watching my stream here. I'm gonna try to pop across here. And yep, that didn't exactly work out well. Oh lord. That almost ended badly. Luckily I'm small enough to pop out there with this Nashorn here. Annoy him a little bit. Not. Ooh, lord. He's starting to aim at me. I'm not going to tempt my fate that much. No, there's a Stug. Run away. I almost feel like my safest option is the least safe option here. This guy must be a little bit annoyed here. I like this on flat maps. It can be pretty fun. Now I have the problem of I don't think I'll get by him doing that for a second time, to be honest. Please don't hit me. It's just my team needs help. I'm going to take the chance and switch to an APCR to see if I can get one of these heavies. The APCR round on this is extremely good. Hopefully I'm small enough to where he misses if they aim at me. Shit, he gave me his side. Awesome. Thank you, Gunplay. That Oni, you know, I didn't even need an APCR round opening up his weak side armor like that. He was just inviting me in to frickin' kill him. Now, this is gonna be a little iffy. I was about to say, I'm gonna go for the low HP tank before I try to tackle an IS and the ELC. Oops. I messed up that turn a little bit. Ooh, that was a massive shot he just took. Very nice gunplay. I have not Abdul. I can add that onto the requests. Pretty decent match. Yeah, well, we got a win, so that's always good. I'll take that though for an ELC, honestly. Very nice gunplay, getting a top gun. Next up, yeah, was the E75. Which I assume you're watching still, Graham. I'm pretty sure you're playing as well. We'll make a little bit room, you know, maybe at the halfway point. If one of you guys want to make room for Graham later on, since it's his birthday, got a platoon with him. But if anybody else wants to platoon as well, you know, we'll make room, you know. Just usually it seems like nobody wants a platoon with me. I'm just kidding. Which, since all that lag, thank you, Perfect. Or Gunplay, I don't know which, I'll call you both probably. Since that lag hit, I didn't really get to talk about the schedule coming up for this week. Essentially, I'm not going to update anything yet because I don't want to make it confusing. I'm going to be streaming this Sunday is going to be the same time, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. EST. However, once Monday hits, I'm going to be streaming later on in the day. I can't stream early on Monday. It's going to be a late stream. I believe what I had come up with was 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. I believe, or 10 p.m. Essentially Sunday, I'm going to update everything then when the stream updates right beforehand. That way it doesn't really throw anybody off, because I update it on my website, Facebook, the forums, and everything. But essentially, the stream schedule is going to change a little bit. Sunday, like this Sunday, is going to be 6 to 8. However, after that, it's going to get pushed back just a hair. I was waiting for the T-34. I took a shot. I didn't want to. Essentially, my Sunday and Monday streams are going to... It's kind of confusing going off the top of my head here, because I forgot to, leave it pulled up on my other screen. Essentially, this Sunday, just know I'm going to stream 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday, I won't be streaming 12 to 3. I have to close up the kitchen Monday and work that day. So I will be streaming late on Monday, I believe 8 p.m. starting. And then the rest of the week are going to be the same days, but the hours are going to change a little bit. Essentially, what it's going to be is during the middle of the week, it's going to be everything earlier in the day. So before 3 p.m. EST. And then weekends are going to be a little bit later on. So like Friday. Honestly, I'm confused right now. Oh Lord. But yeah, essentially stream's going to be the same this Sunday, and then Monday is going to be night instead of morning. I'll just leave it at that for now. I'm just confusing myself trying to peek out here and also think about the schedule. Well, what it comes down, it does help that basically later on does help because more people are able to watch if it's later on. But I also want to keep early streams for those of you who don't live in the US. I don't want to completely mess that up for you guys. But I'm essentially trying to keep it to where I'm going to be streaming midweek. Ryan's, she's at school until like 3:30 p.m. EST. I'm going to be streaming before then, when she's at work. And then weekends, around when she's home, I'm going to be streaming later on in the day, about the time when we, go to bed. So that way, it works out for me, works out for you guys. Oh, Lord, I got RD'd. That's what I get for going back and forth too many times. That mouse, though, I wanted that shot so bad. But, it was bound to happen. I wasn't even moving left and right, so... Well, you see... You bounce off of a bat chat, but if it was the new overmatch mechanics in place, everyone would be blaming it on that. Not saying you specifically, but hell, you can bounce off a lot of things right now. That's pretty good, for forgetting to put on equipment and all your consumables. But yeah, the Mutz is a very good tank. It's good enough, which thanks again for person who gifted it to me. It was, it was tempting to get the second one, but I'm just holding off on it. But right now there are consumable and equipment sales, which is extremely tempting. However, not to say it's a conspiracy or whatever against us. More or less, like, these went on sale just a couple weeks ago for Thanksgiving. No, I do not have an E25 Jones, unfortunately. Basically, come Christmas time, usually they have the best sales of the year. Once during Christmas, once middle of the year, usually around July, um, to where I believe it's 15% off basically tier 8 to 10 every tank, 30% off below that for every tank, not just one line but every tank. And even premium tanks, typically like tier 8s, are 15% off their gold value, stuff like that. So them putting out half off consumables and this stuff right now, it's kind of making your credit supply a little bit lower in preparation for that sale. Now, doesn't mean that they're actually going to do it, but they've done it every year up to now. So it's almost a given, but you can't exactly put 100% weight on that. All right, so after this, I believe the request was the T110E3, T110E4. Yeah, very good job by Tunster. Me and Gunn, we got knocked out there early. Right, so I'll play the E3 first since I played the E4. I'll get to the E4 next. And then after that, the T34 and the Patriot. Which your question here, Gun, since I know you're watching, you can hear me. In counter maps, I almost always just ignore the cap and kill the enemy. They're usually set up that way to where, unless the main fighting, because usually you spawn and you can clash pretty quickly. Unless that's taking very long, then there's no chance for you to actually cap. So basically, it's better off just to focus on trying to kill the enemy the best you can. Alright, now we got no Artie from this side. Oh, it's actually kind of tempting to go to the valley. That's what always pops in my head. I'm one of those people. But yeah, there's a T95 heading there. We'll leave him there. Or doesn't look like he's gonna head out of the base. But yeah, sometimes in encounter, if I'm bottom tier and stuff, I try to cap, but we actually have a lot of people going to the city. I might actually do something I usually don't do, and I might try to stay out, honestly. I'm gonna see if I can get lucky and pop the grill. But I'm going to try to stay in the center since we have that many people heading. They unfortunately spotted Tunster. I was trying to hit that grill to, push him back, but there might be that AMX 1390. I hope not, John. That annoyed the hell out of me last stream. Things like that get to me, so. Which, I kind of posted about on Facebook today for WoT Guru, but I finally got the recording some of my replays that I've kind of been amassing, and more or less I have enough replays to get the Christmas now done. I still have about 16 to go, but I'll be releasing replays. I hate sitting in this spot, but hopefully my team's able to spot for me here. Essentially, in between live streams, I'm going to be releasing, standard commentary replays. Most of them ace tanker matches, others, just very interesting or, exciting matches. I hate sitting in this spot. Again, I'll say it, but I can't get across. Especially with Tunster dying, I'm not going to chance it. Us being in the same tank. It's just if they push any further in the center, I will pop out and start pushing that way. I'm just hesitant because I can very easily take damage from the courtyard area. But they're doing a good job with not letting me get any shots here. But very rarely do you ever see me camp. don't want to block this guy. But at least, ooh. That could have been bad. So I say at least I can get shots here now. Just hesitant to move any further because I might get spotted from the center. But as long as the center doesn't move up and this T10, you know, I'm a fairly good spot to where I can't be lit up. Ooh, it's just moving up a little bit further would give me shots over here. It's just deciding if it's worth it or not. Oh god, there's a bat chat and a T95. Holy hell. Yeah, that was a good play by the bat chat here. And look, oh look, the Type 61 is running away. Thanks, buddy. Can someone please kill that bat chat that's sitting behind me? Reloading? Maybe even a grill? Please? Pretty please? So I can get the Skoda out, but... a little bit of help would be nice here. Lord. It's just... the Type 61, why did he run away? The bat chat wasn't even shooting at me after he got his couple shots off. Not that it probably would have saved us from the grill, but it would have, you know, at least helped us, you know, a little bit there. But I don't like that spot for a reason. It's one of those spots that, you know, it can work out well, but if the enemy's aware that it can be shot from there, it's not going to be that useful at all. That's what I kind of ran into. Exactly, SoCal. It's just... yeah. He would have been able to at least get 2 more shots on that bat chat before, you know, the grill came around there. So after this, I was going to play the T110E4, then the T34, and then the Patriot. Yeah, this is... we're not going to win this, but, you know, gunplay can get, you know, a bit of damage out here. This is, you know, a case where it's not winnable. This is when I turn into a stat batter. I always try my best. Holy shit, he blocked one on his gun. That almost looks like that bat. He was throwing heat, honestly, from the way that was detonating. It definitely wasn't HE. He was throwing heat rounds, which is... usually I don't play too much heat in a bat chat because it's, you know, it's a lot more negatives than positives with heat. I kind of do the same thing, Metro. It's like someone like that, you know, I won't blacklist, but typically you see me blacklist people that are either annoying or, you know, do some bad stuff like that. That way I have a running tally from... It's always funny when I see a really old name, because I used to only do it for like the worst case offenders. Sometimes I see people pop up and I'm like, holy shit, and I kind of click on their name afterwards and I look and the person's like from, you know, like 2013 or something. So yeah. Well, really it came down to they got really good spotting in the beginning and we didn't, and that really, you know, Tunster got taken out, and it didn't let me get over to the town either later on. Yeah, I can get the, you know, those tanks up though. Still got plenty of time to get to them. Which, hopefully my little rant about, or not rant, but I was getting really confused about my schedule changing, because essentially I'm going to have a schedule for next week, which I'll let you guys know Sunday. Just know that Sunday's stream's the same. Monday's going to be at night instead of day. Um, Essentially, there's going to be a schedule for next week, and then the week after it's going to change ever so slightly. That's why I'm getting a little confused, because um, I did up like all the images for him today, and I kind of have two different schedules in my head here. But I'm doing my best to, figure one out that works best for me, Ryan. Not change too much for you guys to where essentially I'm going to be streaming either very late or very early. That way it works for, both sides of the pond or, wherever people live at. But yeah, I'm, doing my best. But the days most likely are all going to stay Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. At 4:30, it looked like he might, but I'll use that little wall there. It's just, it's looking, yeah, shit. Oh, that was my bad there. That was very bad reflexes on my part. Come on. I would like to overmatch, and I missed. There's a small spot where you can overmatch the IS-4. I'll take this chance to hopefully scoot up here a little bit. I don't believe either is overpowered. I would probably go with the Patriot, honestly. I feel like that's the more well-rounded tank, but they're both, very good premium tanks. Alright. I really want to not do that. It's just my gun depression. I'm trying not to scoot out in front of the 268 the best I can, because there's still a huge mass of heavies here, which honestly, I'm gonna have to be, wary of that. There's a T-57, but I thought he was gonna pop around and come my way. Shit, I guess I don't have I had a shot in the 268 and I missed it. There we go. Yeah, it's just I was playing that bad. Sorry, gunplay. It's the differences in gun depression between the E3 and E4 always freaking throw me off. Sometimes having this turret actually is a hindrance to me, honestly. Huh, very nice. Doesn't really count for much, but holy shit, Tortoise. Why are you pushing out there? Just why? Oh lord. Luckily you're like acting as bait for me, but at the same time, I have no idea why you're coming out like that. Lord, critical hit, no damage. T-57's probably gonna load before I load here, given he doesn't have a very long reload. I don't want to shoot this guy, but if he ends up being my shot, I will gladly take him out. But yeah, I'll take the more damage there. It's just, I'd like to get, an actual tank out rather than doing, more damage. Let's pop over to Tunster here. See you, Scud. Thanks for watching for a bit. Funny, Graham. Alright, at least we got a win here. The next request was T-34, and then the Patriot was up after that. T-34 is this way. And then after that's the Liberté, or AMX M449, I should say. The 100 WZ111, or WZ132, not WZ111. Okay, so decent match here, you know, for all of us. We definitely held that side, and you know, the other side, fortunately, you know, came back around. But essentially, between the Patriot and the AMX M449, I just hate saying Liberté, but the T26E5 is actually better, I would say, than it, because it's more flexible. The AMX, you know, they're both pretty on equal footing if they come up against one another on equal footing, but the T26 can exploit hills better. It doesn't have as big of a weak spot on its turret like the AMX does, and its gun, you know, has more DPM because the AMX has more frontal armor. Yeah, I can do the T28. But yeah, they're both very good tanks. It's just the AMX has one playstyle: point directly at the enemy, stay at mid-range, shoot, and you win. If you're against 9s and 10s, stay back and try to hold down just a pinch on a small hill, because they can go through your upper plate, higher tiers. Not 100% of the time, but about 40% of the time, I believe. If not 50 to 60 for tier 10 TDs. Yeah, coming up here, you know, maybe we'll do one more battle here if anybody wants to make a make room for Graham if you still want to platoon Graham. Gotta see if you have any luck since it's your... Oh god, why are we shooting each other? Okay, never mind. I'm like, that is not good. I thought he just tracked the T-28. That's a good one, Metro. Honestly, there's no benefits in being, I hate the word, I've said it before, unicum. You just get focused on by people. And honestly, the way things are slating as far as the expected damage values, they've gone up each time they revise them for some tanks, you know, because the numbers are going up. A lot of times, if you don't use a lot of premium rounds, it's not to say it's impossible, but playing a tank, and if you're not top tier, it's very, very difficult, more so than it should be, to actually get that expected value. And for win rate 8, what I've kind of seen semi-recently is if you don't spam and play a ton of... Sorry, dude, you're staying up there to take that next shot. I don't know why he was pulling back. Like, take the frickin' shot, dude. His reload was short enough, he could have taken him out. But anyway, you'll see a lot of people, like the re-rolls and blah, 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 whatever. They almost exclusively play tier 8 through tier 10. It's the easiest to basically control your win rate 8. And playing anything lower than that actually is a detriment, just because of how bad matchmaking is, especially on the North American server with a small population, because you're bottom tier a lot more if you're not 8 to 10. That is not an AMX M449. I thought it was at first, and I was just gonna write him off, but... Hello, Patrick. Nice to see you. That's pretty nice if you're if you're both being truthful there. Wish I made that much selling some of my old stuff. Granted, my stuff's not exactly, you know, terribly old. Like I sold like my N64 and everything on there, you know, several years ago. Trying to hit that little cupola, but it's not exactly a weak spot. So I'm gonna just, ooh, never mind. This guy's coming out to a point where I'll be able to actually hit one of them here. AMX moved up, so I'll start looking at him just to help this T-32 out a little bit. But we're getting surrounded here. We have that, you know, T-34-3. There's an E-25 that always draws my eye towards them. Very nice. This is not good for me because my DPM sucks. That hit is not good. I'm hoping. Very nice. I'm just trying to get to a little bit of cover. Granted, they do have arty. Just this Jag Tiger poses a problem for me. I can't push towards that way. But we're gonna ignore that guy for now. It's easier for us to focus on these other tanks. Oh yeah, my turret is not gonna get around quick enough. Ah, nice. Yeah, really. My brother's wife, she does eBay a lot for her store. I know they make a lot of money off of that. I've sold, you know, like a few things, but yeah, I never really got into it. Pretty much, Abdul. It happens. Oh lord, I'm not even. I was paying attention to the chat, and I'm gonna die. That's what I get. I was reading your conversation there. Oh, that was all. That was my bad. Oh, that I probably looked really retarded just driving right past him like that. Sorry, I was that lag earlier threw me off so bad. It's just, I need to. I hate talking to Comcast, and I really need to switch and upgrade stuff. So it's just Christmas is right around the corner. Do I really want to deal with them? Not to complain about, you know, my internet here. It's just, I'll call pretty much any company other than them. But at least it looks like we're going to get a win here. Hopefully. I have faith in you, Tunster. It's like that. Those guys probably picked up the 59 patent. Yeah, I was tempted to do it, but it's not that good of a premium, to be honest. Like, it's got good view range and a decent gun, but yeah, it's just, yeah, a pass. Alright, so after this battle, the request, we had the T-34, the Patriot. Here we go. And after this was the AMX M4. A little bit over, about 55 minutes left here, so I have plenty of time to get to the rest of the requests. Exactly, a guide of what not to do. Oh, you dropped out, Tunser, or not Tunser, Gunplay. Thanks for doing that to make room for Graham there. Or at least I think you dropped out on purpose. Some nice matches we had together. I think we won most, if not all of them, I believe. Looking back. Yeah, I think we've done pretty well as far as winning. A couple losses in there, but... Alright. Yeah, thanks again for platooning though, and making room for the birthday man. I'm just so used to saying like birthday boy, but can't do it. Yeah, so after this AMX M4, and I believe it was the E100, WZ132, T28 after that. Thank you, Gunplay. When it's your birthday in World of Tanks, they put you bottom tier every time. It's really how it goes. I'm gonna try to fight over here, but I'm not too... I think we only got 2 losses in that stretch. But I think, one of them was me playing solo when the lag struck. Or no, I wasn't solo in that match, but oh, that match was brutal. I'd go back and cut that out, but that would take a considerable amount of time to be able to cut and stitch that video up with how bad that was lagging. That's why I'm hoping, like, with changing the schedule around a bit, I won't have, any problems like my, internet kind of crapping out on me. This is why I didn't want to do this, and I'm starting to regret my decision. I know the M53 can hit extremely well in this little area I'm trying to get into. I'm swapping over to APCR. It doesn't really have too much pen over to standard round, but it is enough to give me a very good chance to go through the front of their turret there. But with this IS-7 pushing up, I'll be a little bit more inclined to... Yeah. It's just the problem with this in tier 10 matches is your armor doesn't hold up as well. It's still good, but you're not going to be able to deflect a lot of tier 10 shots. Oh, run away, dude. I was like, please run away. That makes it so much easier for me to hit you. I'm just being careful because, one hit in my hole, which I don't have a repair kit now. One hit in my hole can detonate my ammo rack from that, Waffle Trogger PZ4. Lord. Shit, is he gonna pop back out? Thank you very much, IS-7. PZ58's out. Which, I know you brought it up, Graham. It actually is pretty interesting that they renamed, the black one compared to the PZ58 Mutts. Different tank name, but pretty much the same tank. It's still different seeing that name now. Hello, Joseph. Nice to see you. And Mojo as well. Don't think I've seen you in chat yet today. It's always good when, RD is looking the other way. Exactly. I do need to update that article It's like I got some of the replays. I'm going to be working on replays mainly for next week when I'm not streaming, getting all those done before the patch. But I need to update that article I have. It's World of Tanks do's and don'ts. Essentially alternating between like do this, don't do that, like little tidbits. You know, it has a lot of things that need to be added. Which, thank you very much, Uber. Much appreciate it. I will have to get better internet. Like, I've just been pushing it off a little bit because of Comcast, but Lord. And also, essentially, the main barrier I have is since, you know, I've only been living in the house for a little over a year. Like, I have DirecTV and Comcast now. You know, DirecTV for my TV. I've got to cancel that and go through that process of returning everything and then switch to Comcast because their better internet packages are locked behind needing, you know, either phone or cable, and I'm not going to use a phone. So it's all fun. There's always a catch in something. But pretty decent match there. Nice 3x there. You know, we got a win, which tier 10 match, pretty good for all of us there. You know, it can go extremely south in a tier 8 premium and a tier 10 match. Alright, so we got the AMX here. So yeah, after this was the E100, WZ132, T28, TD. If there's any other requests, I should have time for maybe like 2 or 3 more after that. Mr. Birthday Boy. Yes, sir. Alrighty then. Yeah, I was holding out hope for Verizon Fios for coming south here, but I checked up on that, and Verizon doesn't even know, it doesn't even have my street as a real address. So they're not coming here anytime soon. Yeah, I can do the bat chat. Yeah, essentially on, I actually, one of the replays I did today was on the AMX. I'm heading straight ahead here. Essentially the upper plate, right above the lower glacis, is the spot to shoot if you can't hit the cupola. That's the weakest point of the frontal armor. At mid-range to long range, because that your shell's traveling down at it. Lower glacis is actually stronger than the upper glacis in like 90% of the cases. I'm gonna try, because the frontal armor on this, you know, is very strong, to push straight down here. It's definitely, you know, a make it or break it. Swoop. Didn't want to shoot that little guy coming through there. You know, this is a make it or break it spot. Don't know why that guy is kind of sitting. Let's say I'm not too inclined, and it's just he doesn't really have his cupola out there, and he's able to hit my spot fairly well. He knows my weak spot. That little cupola, or not little, it's actually pretty big for a weak spot. Dude, you're making it harder for me to kill this guy and to save you. Like, what is that bulldog doing? He's actually helping that guy out. I'm trying my best not to give him good shots on my cupola, but I've got to aim in here. There we go. Awesome. No problem, Abdul. Oh, I was trying to sneak in there. Oh lord, that's not good. I, for whatever reason, my brain did not register that he had gotten tracked. I want to help you out. Yeah. Oh shit, I still got premium rounds on. Holy crap, that's not good. And I'm angled here. I'm gonna die. Unless I can straighten back out, but nope, don't have time. That was my bad. Basically, you don't want to angle at all in this, and me being angled, he can just shoot right through here all day. That was stupid decision on my part. This is a tank where you need to keep 100% facing forward, or else you're gonna die. Even angling the slightest, you know, it's very weak hull armor under that little corner plate. So if that drops below, you know, auto bounce angles, you're pretty much dead. And if, you know, they get lucky, you know, right at that corner, like transition cheek on the hull, that's where the ammo rack sits behind, right behind the upper glacis, and that thing takes a lot of ammo rack damage. Yep. Sometimes, you know, I knew I shouldn't have angled it, considering, you know, I did a replay about the whole thing in depth today, but yeah. Let's see. I'm probably gonna head south. It's not exactly... Yeah, if Graham's going north, I'm definitely gonna head south. I was kind of thinking the same thing. It's just at the same time we can't, you know, all go up there, because then our south will be a little bit too weak. Never mind, Graham's. He's thought you were going up there. I'll go up there with you. It's just I didn't want to go there and leave the south under staff, but shit. Lord. I'm not... Last stream somebody snuck through there and killed us. I'm not letting it happen again. I don't know if you guys remember that stream when we're up here and freaking like 4 tanks rushed up there and killed us. Oh, that ain't gonna happen a second time. That's what should have happened that last match. That was on, you know, whatever day it was, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. now that I'm not, you know, working a full schedule, at work, the days just kind of blend together. But like I did say, I'm gonna be picking up articles again on WoT Guru, getting things like that done. It's just until this patch hits, because it's gonna break all the replays I have saved. Pretty much, if I'm not streaming in a day, or even before streaming, like this morning, I'm gonna be recording things. So the replays are gonna be following, because essentially as of right now, I'm up to like December 26th or something for replays. Not counting live streams that I have done. I have them all scheduled, you know, all the images, commentary, blah 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 done. And I have about 16 more videos to do before next Tuesday or Wednesday, I think the patch is, something like that. Ooh, Lord IS-7. I'm gonna support you here, but I would like the... Usually I like to wait, let them make the first little move, take your hit, then push in hard. Oh shit, we're getting... Oh Lord. Yeah, this is why. Ram. I'm gonna look... It's just we're gonna get eviscerated here. Try to take that tank out, just trying to even the odds here, but Graham, you know, took a huge hit there. At least our South's doing well. Sorry, IS-7. I was trying... Yeah, I couldn't even get out there. I would have been better staying put, but... For whatever reason, they all aimed at me and not the IS-7. That's a little bit strange. I thought they would have aimed at him because he had less HP, but... Yeah, I really wanted to wait there, but once that IS-7 pushed, you know, we kind of had to stay with him, or else with him out, we would have been in the same, you know, same spot. But, you know, that's what you get for playing, you know, with other random people. You can't help it. There's nothing to do about it. You just make the best of, you know, that situation. Alright, Artie's got him, unfortunately. I still think we're in a good spot. Like, we're only up by 1, but... Yeah, it was different. I've had that happen a couple times, but not by heavy tanks. But playing the 113 earlier for those 2 matches, before I started streaming, that thing can move. It essentially moves as fast as a Russian tier 10 medium. A little bit lower top speed, but yeah. Speaking about that, yes, I will play that, Dana. I've wanted to get to that. I was going to squeak it in at the end regardless. But thanks for requesting it. Like, that thing... Like, I didn't have the best matches in it earlier, but oh, it feels wonderful playing that. As far as speed goes, I still like the WZ-111-14 for the alpha, but the 113 essentially has that good upper glacis, turret front, speed, and with 440 damage, it has the same rate of fire as the E5. So you essentially gain, I think it's like 200 DPM or something, 250, 300 DPM over to E5. Plus you have more HP, I believe. And, you know, you have a little bit worse accuracy. But it's a pretty good tank statistically. It just lacks gun depression. But the next request after this was the WZ-111, or I keep saying WZ-111, it's WZ-132. Then the T-28 was after that as well. And the Batchat one, or Batchat 2, or 25T, 113. For whatever reason, I just can't speak today. Maybe it's because the amount of replays I did. Yeah, I plan on grinding a ton of credits before the patch releases. One of these days coming up. And the amount of replays I did this morning talking, my mouth is just kind of broken today. Uh-oh, I got the lag spike again. That's not good. Hopefully that settles on down. I almost saw 999 again. Yeah, it's just talking. It was probably like 3 or 4 hours this morning doing commentary. It's a lot of talking for me. Plus, you know, live streaming tonight as well. I don't know what the 704 is doing. Like, yeah. He needs to move on up. Yeah, I would say definitely keep the WZ-111-14. But 113 so far, the 2 matches, the added armor is nice. I've been able to kind of play around on it. I had like Sand River and I forget the other map on it, but I was able to bounce, you know, a lot of heat shells from an E100 on Sand River, even without gun depression, angling off a little hill. The guy kind of got pissed off and ended up trying to like rush me. That did not work out too well for him. At least we got a win here. Yeah, trust me, I kind of, my parents' house, you know, they live in a half of it's Victorian era and the other half was, you know, renovation before they bought it, you know, a little over a decade now ago. Um, you know, they had that problem with the wires, and I, you know, I made sure it wasn't that case here when we first got the house. Basically, what it comes down to. All right, let's get the WZ132 queued up. Uh, yeah, I essentially I just need to get a better package for it because more or less streaming here takes up about the way I do it for 1080p, because I like to give good quality. That way, if you don't watch it live, it doesn't feel like you're watching, you know, like a really grainy stream or a 720p stream. So if you're not watching live, you know, it's not affecting the quality there. But more or less, you know, while I'm streaming, between World of Tanks and the live stream, it takes up about, I would say about 70% to 80% of my upload speed and a good chunk of my download speed. You know, because I have pretty much the base internet package. So you add in, you know, like two phones um, with DirecTV. So if something records for whatever reason, sometimes that affects the download. Um, and then with laptop stuff like that, it's a fine line between no lag and, you know, it hits that point where if it maxes out, you get what happened earlier where it just goes 999 and you know, everything just starts dropping. Pretty much Uber. Um, yes, it does. The grill. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of a historical tank, plan wise, but it does look very impractical. It wasn't able to turn its gun as much as it can. Um, but yeah, it comes down a little bit of me being cheap, but also, um, you know, first year of owning a house is not like I'm swimming in pools of money. So I definitely need to budget very, very, very consciously um, when it comes to things. Um, but also, it is. I wouldn't be surprised because Comcast is really shady. It's like hell, they're being sued for charging people things that they weren't buying. Um, it's like some days when I have lag for no reason, even if I'm not streaming, you know, like a day or two later, um, there's a freaking Comcast representative at my door, like, oh, we're in the neighborhood, you know, we're looking to, you know, roll out blah 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 package for, you know, people in your area. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, alright, this IS-6 shot, so I can slip on through here. Help out with Mr. Conqueror. Just, okay. PZ4TD spared me. Until I just moved right in front of his frickin' shell. Oh, Lord. Hello, Orlando. Nice to see you. It's been, were you here last stream? I feel like it's been a couple streams. I don't like that we're getting flanked. It's just... I can't pen those tanks in the south in this tank unless I swap over to APCR and pray. So I'll try to do something up here. It's just we still, you know, we're still even tank-wise. It's just... I was a little high there. go. I just gotta move with the ball right now. Here's a T-54 coming back. That is not good for us. Shit. There we go. I was trying to get him out quick before he got another shot off. I'm gonna focus on this T-25. Shit, I bounced. Oh Lord. Thank you very much for saving me. Here we go. I'm not inclined to fight these guys down here, but I'm gonna have to do something. Otherwise, they're just gonna roll. Just trying to hit that guy in the back, honestly. You know, lower HP. Same tank, you know, might as well go for the weakest one. So I'm just gonna stick with APCR now. I'm doing alright, Orlando. Hope all is well. Alright, Persian, it's me and you. If you bounce, I'll get him. Hopefully. Still sticking with APCR here. There we go. Pretty decent match though. 1500 damage, 1600 spotting. I'll take it. You know, for Ensk, with us being all light tanks, I'm glad we got a win there. Yeah, not too bad from us. I still made a little bit of credits too. Very nice. So after the 132 was the T28. I actually recently bought that back. I think I've only played one match in it so far. Or I haven't played any matches in it. Thanks for requesting it. Orlando, I honestly do not know anything about non-NVIDIA GPUs, to be honest. You have to pay a fee for maintenance? You're just taxing them? That sounds a little evil. The little girl got pounced on, sir. But yeah, I have no idea what that slates against, you know, like a NVIDIA card. But for World of Tanks, if you buy any new card or newish, I bought this tank back because it is considered very bad, but it can be, you know, pretty fun with its gun if you're not getting murdered. I think I'm gonna set up all the way back here and hope for the best. I kind of know festive Christmas hats, or at least now I do, which it's looking like Monday, so Monday night you should see a Christmas sweater. It's gonna be glorious if this actually works out. I bought something that not only works for Christmas, but it'll be very World of Tanks-esque. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm definitely gonna have to show a close-up of it for everyone to appreciate it. I didn't make it, but I found something that works perfectly with World of Tanks. Trying to get in this, I guess, chai sniper spot, you should say, but it's all gonna depend on, yeah, I can't sit here with that other side. Ooh, they're just gonna get kind of gobbled up there. T30 and IS-3 too. I can't pen them. I feel bad. Sorry, Tunster. I knew I should have went that way. It's usually what I do because that's typically the flank that needs help to begin with. But yeah, I screwed that up, and now I'm like floundering. Like, which way do I go? And I'm missing the shot here. Ah. This tank is just so awkward to play. He's got the, a awesome gun for a tier 8 TD, but it's just everything else about it is just bad. I don't think Ryan has picked one up yet, though. I'll have to see if she's gonna get one. But if you want a hint as far as the Christmas sweater goes, I found one that has Serb in it. I'll just leave it at that, and I'm sure you guys knew who Serb is if you play World of Tanks. Alright. Ew. Levi, oh my god, he does have like little jackets we put on him, but I bought for when it snows out. Like he goes for really long walks every day because he's so energetic, but I bought him these little dog boots. They're not neoprene, but they're like a really soft plastic in the bottoms, for traction. But I've been testing him out on him because he's gonna need them because when it's really heavy snow, ice and stuff, he can't really walk very long because his paws just build up with ice and it starts to hurt him. So I put him on him, and oh my god, he's just about 11 now. He's never had anything on like this before. If anyone has seen like the GIF or a clip from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with kitten mittens, that's exactly what he looked like outside of he was running around, and of course he's he's much larger because he's a dog. He hid in the corner and was traumatized for like 5 minutes, looking at me holding his paw out, take him off. I got a video of it actually, but I don't know if I'll embarrass him enough to put it up. I'm getting some damage here, but really this is just all useless damage right about now. There's no way for me to reset them, and yeah. Why'd you hurt my freaking engine, people? That's not cool. But I tried at least. But really, this thing spews out damage, but it's so clunky. It's it's a very hard tank to play unless you're just sitting back and enemies just kind of fall in your line of sight. All right. It did make him pay to try to kill me there, but yeah, most amount of damage, but that really didn't amount to anything there. So after the T-28, I'm trying to find the next request. It was the bat chat, but I might get another video because essentially I'm putting him on a little bit more each day, since he has to get used to it before it it starts snowing. Maybe I'll try to pull up the video. It's just on my phone here, and see if I can show part of it, if it actually shows up properly for you guys. I don't know if you're actually going to be able to see it well enough. I'm going to have to... Alright, let's see how this works. I'm going to have to... Tunster looks like he... Tunster, are you still around? I'll wait a second to see if he reconnects here. But let's see if this works here. he was he was running around like that. Honestly, that's just a short little clip I have of the poor little dog. I didn't put him on tight because he was having a bad time, and then he sits in the corner for about 5 minutes staring at me like that, traumatized. uh, there we go. I'm gonna Tunster's back. I'll hop into the battle now. Let's get this going. I think that's about the size that I usually have my camera there. Looks about right. All right. Some cooking videos, maybe. We'll see about that. Yeah, Levi, he's a little over 10, very close to 11 years old. He's pretty old for a dog. We've only had him for a little bit over a year, but he was Ryan's family's dog since he's essentially been born. They had him. The quickie baby move? I don't know what that is. What do you mean it's a bit small? It's because it was on my phone, but I have a couple videos of it, but I thought about it. I'll have to get a different one because I muted it there. If you could hear how hard I was laughing, it was like, it was the freaking funniest thing I've ever. Why did you guys? Like, I ran into him there, but why would he back up like that? He wasn't loaded. Like, just let me pass. Oh, I know, he's up there. Springers live to be anywhere from 12 to about 15 on average, so it's kind of it's his retirement home. But we'll see. I definitely need to get a different video of him doing it without my uncontrollable laughter, to say the least. Like, I don't think I've ever laughed that hard. Oh, the face cam's a little small? Thanks, Orlando. Shit, I just did it again. I'm gonna blame that on myself because I'm going to stretch out my face cam video. See, I get so distracted while streaming at times. I make so many little errors. It is very different the way I play when I'm not streaming. Hello, GG. Nice to see you. I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. Just this RU251 is down here spotting, but difference between me being down here and him is a little bit different. Holy shit, that 50B is... Oh lord. He got him, but if not, my shell is right behind there. I'm pushing with you, dude. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to pen an E5 at this range, but I can at least track him for you. This is where my one clip of heat shells is going to come into play. Hello, Johnny. Nice to see you. I'm from Earth as well. Or at least I hope I am. It's just I'm not... This E50M's pushing in hard. I'm not inclined to do that because he's going to take a lot of damage from basically these two areas. Yeah, at least he got him out though. Don't need heat shells now, but what the hell, I've got him loaded. I haven't really done much. I got a little bit of assist damage here. Haven't really need to do too much so far. It's kind of nice. You know, I think I've been more of a detriment to my team considering I rammed 2 people. Definitely don't need the heat shells here, but I'm definitely not reloading. Or, actually, I'm going to reload now. Come to think of it. Since everyone's back behind there, I'll have time to get another clip off. I'm actually going to wait. Oh, shit. I'm not going to get close to him. Because, oops, doing that, I have a very good chance of getting rammed. Holy shit, lag spike. Sorry guys, that's probably going to drop some frames there. I'm lagging again. Oh lord, this is not good. And a bat chat. My ping just decided to go down the drain. And I just got my first 2 shots off. I'm not even confident in shooting anything that's moving right now. At least it is towards the end of the stream, but there we go. I'll take a shot at something that's not moving. Oh lord. It's hard enough for me to play with like 100 milliseconds of lag, yet alone 500. Ooh, sorry there. I'm trying not. I'm just ramming people left and right here. I'm trying not to turn because the freaking lag, and it just ended up, you know, that I guess ran into 2 more people. Oh. I know it's called a magazine. I guess say clip. That's just the word I use for it. But somehow I did 1,700 damage. I don't know how I pulled that off, but alright, so after the bat chat was the 113 for a request here. And then I might have one more match in. I don't think I missed any requests. If I did, let me know. GG, you said you have the T-54E1. How are you doing with that? Even though you said T-5431. I would like that tank. That thing sounds awesome. But I'm surprised with that lag I was able to do that amount of damage towards the end of the match. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get this. I just need to figure out what I'm going to get and upgrade to. Yeah, honestly, oh cool, you have a mark in it already? Good job. I don't even think I have a mark in it, to be honest. But I saw a lot of people actually talking about the differences between servers, and some people have way too much time on their hands. Hello, Shaggy, nice to see you. Hopefully you're having a good day. I say good night since, yeah, it's pretty much nighttime for most people here. A lot of people have way too much time in their hands to, you know, dive into stats, and basically quite a few people were chiming in on this thread I saw. I think it was on WoT Labs, but it might have been on, you know, World Tanks Forum or Reddit or somewhere. Basically, they're comparing the differences between NA, EU, and RU server as far as how easy it is to play random battles in it. And because of the small server population, it actually turned out that the North American server in random battles is technically, based off of what they post it, like who knows if it's always 100% true and whatnot, but the NA server, due to the smaller population, actually has a higher percentage of, players that are, you know, essentially looking to do better, that are proficient at the game, stuff like that. And comparing it across the EU and RU servers, where it's a much larger population, you have a larger percentage of the player base being like casual, or like some of the Russian streamers, I think I said last stream, like girls playing just to stream and chat with people, not even playing the game. You have a larger percentage of them, and it actually makes the gameplay between the two servers, or not two, but three main servers, very different between one another. Oh, Lord. I wanted to get a hit on him very bad. It's just, I can feel already, oh, this is not a good start. I can feel already looking at me. See ya, Cookie. But, yeah, it was interesting to read what they wrote, but it kind of makes sense. Some of the stuff you see work on, say, like a Quickie Baby video and Jingles and the EU streamers and stuff, you see the matches play out very differently, and you can get away with a little bit more. It's like the Russian server actually, while it does have a large player base, it actually turns out, it's pretty hard to play over there from the way they play, because Russian players actually, I just got ammo rack. That shouldn't have used my repair kit. It's just, I knew he had a chance to rack me, and I took the chance. This thing's ammo rack, I don't have a crew with safe stowage in it yet, so kind of like the E5 M103, your ammo rack on this can, get damaged with even just one shot from another tier 10 with about a 120mm gun. But yeah, I made that little tactical error, and I paid the price for that. Now my DPM is terrible. But this tank, it basically just feels like an oversized Russian medium. Almost, I would compare it to, you have the Chinese medium, the 121. Feels like an oversized, more heavily armored version of that in a way, with better gun depression. But anyway, talking about those, differences between servers, it was more or less interesting, but from seeing a bunch of different videos from different servers over the years, I will say I would love to play on a Russian server from the way they play. They play, pretty aggressive in basically every single tank. Like, they're just rushing in groups. And they actually have pretty good teamwork over there. It's because they play so aggressive. But I don't know. It's just me rambling on. After this, I'll play one more match. Maybe I'll hop into the T-54E1, since that's my next grind I'm going to finish. I don't know if I'm going to buy the T-57 Heavy, since the Swedish tanks are going to come out. But I'm almost done that grind nonetheless. They're actually saying, since they're buffing the AMX 50B with the gun depression, the Swedish autoloaders coming out, that the T-57 might actually be getting a buff, believe it or not. I don't know what they would buff it or when. It doesn't look like it's going to be anytime, holy shit, anytime soon. But regardless, a developer actually did state, I'm surprised I didn't pen him, that the T-57 Heavy looks to be getting a slight buff. It's probably just going to be gun handling. I don't think they'll buff its reload or anything. Don't do it. Why the hell not? Let's see if I can ram him here. Hello, Raging Phoenix. Well, I got one more match here, so I do have to buy the 57, yes, but that's probably gonna wait until after the Swedish line when I buy them. Thanks for the subscription, Antibiotic. Nice to see you. Hey, we came 1, 2, and 3. Very nice. But this tank, although I do like the Tier 9 WZ-111-14 better statistically, this tank, it's got a lot going for it. Ever since they buffed it last year, because initially when it came out, more or less on the test server right before it came out, it actually had the higher 490 alpha gun that the WZ had, and then for whatever reason, right before they, the the patch came out, they pulled it, slapped the 440 alpha gun on it, and they never put it back, which I'm a little bit confused by still. But when it first released like that, it was actually pretty crappy. So yeah, now it's actually good since they buffed it to be essentially like a gigantic medium tank with very good frontal armor. With the new overmatch mechanics, if they ever come, I hope they come out, that tank, the 113, is going to be a doozy to be able to penetrate frontally with the angle on its upper plate. But yeah, more or less my plan is I'm going to try to grind credits out before the patch hits next week. I need to grind... well, I need credits for the T57, but that might have to wait. Essentially, I need credits for, to at least start out at both Tier 7s around. For the Swedish branches, I'm looking to start at Tier 7, preferably Tier 8 for both of them. And then I'm going to start grinding up the tiers then. Thank you, Dana. It's much appreciated. I'm glad I could give a good match in 113. The T57 line, it's pretty much like all the other lines. You have the light tanks leading up to it, the T5041, T71. Yeah, it doesn't have a true heavy line leading up to it, which I don't mind that much. Really, it's just the only annoying part's the different size crews. Okay. Oh shit! Turned my HUD off. That's not good. Alright, seeing as there's a Panther 8.8, it's just harder to push. Like last match I was here, I pushed down this line. It's just harder to push out this way. But it's safer in a way if that Panther was the only one. It's just me waning here is... the ST1 just pushed. Shit. Awesome. They killed him. I was about to say, the T95 might pop up in front of me. Never mind, he's over there. So I'm going to push on. There's a comet down here. What the hell? Where are you? There you are. Can you please go away? You're ruining my master plan here. Oh, I was set up to frickin' get clean shots on them. I knew you were waiting for me. Come on. Alright. I'm still gonna stick with APCR here, unfortunately. I'm gonna try to look at this guy to get him from staying there. It's just I have a lot of tanks behind me here. That's not good at all. I can get flanked pretty easily. What I think I'm gonna do, it depends on, is this T10, the T10's running away, which, go right, shit, he's heading left. The Yag Tiger's coming up too. just need to get this T10 out, but shit, there's a T54E1. I'm gonna take a hit here most likely. Oh, and I bounced again. God damn it. Yeah, this is not boding well here. Yeah, I don't even have 4 rounds. I'm definitely dead. Oh well. It's just that Yag Tiger pushing up. Once they killed him, I was next, so I was trying to pull something out there, but those 2 bounces really, that did it in for us. It's just, I don't get why, like, they have tanks here, and, you know, they're all focusing on us here. Nobody here is really pushing hard. They're all just kind of driving around in circles, trying to kill a 112. Oh well. Yes, all autoloaders have the squeak. The Scorpion killed me? I didn't even notice. I guess he did kill me. He might have, honestly. If an ally didn't kill him, then maybe he did, you know, kind of detonate there. Or got kicked out, or I don't know. But I didn't even notice he was the one that shot me. But that's not surprising. I was kind of in his line of fire, but I was playing on the edge there. But this is going to be my last battle, even though, you know, this is kind of a crappy loss, but can't always win them all to end the stream, especially with today's stream having some internet connection problems. Thank you, Ken, for the subscription. My next stream, like I said, is going to be 6 to 8 on Sunday. That's not going to be changing. I'm going to update the streaming schedule come Sunday. Essentially Monday stream. I'm just waiting for the end here. Essentially Monday stream isn't going to be 12 to 3. More or less likely it's going to be at night. It's going to be about 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. I believe on Monday. I'm going to have the, you know, the schedule for the stream on Sunday, of course. I just don't want to update it too early. That way it might be a little bit confusing if I update it, you know, right now. But more or less, Sunday 6 to 8 is my next stream. I'm going to schedule it as soon as I can here on YouTube. That way the counter's up for it. Thanks again for watching, guys. Sorry about, you know, the little bit of a... that guy got exploded. Sorry about, you know, a bit of the lag. Hopefully I'm going to have that under control with my new schedule. Yeah, hopefully, you know, you have a good weekend, because next time I see you, you know, it's going to be Sunday night. I actually have to work tomorrow. It's going to feel weird. I've had, you know, kind of the week off. But, you know, my last day with the restaurant actually opened before we close up Monday. Wonder how long this T95 is going to last, but he just got tracked in a pretty bad spot. Just, things can take a beating, but I like in the T95 to kind of spearhead an attack. I would have just pushed straight up 2-3 line, but yeah, coulda, woulda, shoulda. But anyway, have a good yeah, good weekend, guys. Let's see how we all finished out here. Yeah, we didn't do too shabby. T95 actually got a lot of damage too. Our team just kind of got outplayed a little bit. If you want to, John, I will certainly appreciate it. I was going to take a peek at how much it was going to cost tomorrow and pick it up most likely myself. But if you want to gift it, that would be awesome. And, you know, thank you if you're going to do that. Every little bit helps. I appreciate gifts, and it helps me, play more tanks for you guys, and hopefully get more replays and reviews out too coming here. But again, thank you everybody. Thanks for the tips, guys, and thanks for the new subscribers here tonight too. I'll see you guys Sunday, 6 to 8. Otherwise, have a very good end of your day here. I'll see you next time.